Hi guys, Chris Buckley here from Estate Agent today, and I'm joined by a couple that have been estate agents on the high street for years and years. Justin, you've been with KFH for God knows how long. Victoria, you were with Dexters for God knows how long, and you decided to come together as a married couple under one of the new self-employed models. Are you guys mad?
I hope not. It's something we've toyed with for years now and spoken about how it'd be sort of almost like utopia if we could work together, just from a client care perspective. But so we took a long, hard sort of look at this year. I mean, this year changed everything with COVID, working from home, and just looking at that life-work balance and what we can do for clients and buyers and sellers and what we couldn't do before. So we put our heads together and thought, actually, we feel the business is changing. We need to change with it. And I think we can do a better job of it approaching it under the self-employed route. And that's what led us to where we are at the moment.
So you've alluded to the fact you've toyed with it for years, and what you've said, I agree with. Estate agents today, we're talking to lots of the different self-employed models, but why right now for you guys?
I think part of the reason is because normally when you look at the salaries that we've been earning versus what you could earn with the cost that you put out with your own business, it just didn't make sense to do it ourselves with the high street model. But now, because you can do everything virtually, and therefore your earning potential is huge by going down the self-employed route, it's also a plug-in model whereby you can start your business immediately. You don't have to wait to set different things up.
Okay, and how did you decide on which model was right for you? Because there's loads out there, right?
Well, this is an interesting one, actually. I mean, I've known Ali for quite a long time, actually. So we spoke to a few other models, just touched on them. There was a lot of trust there. And I think this business, and I suppose it dovetails into why we're looking at doing this, it's a lot about the people. So for me, to begin with, I knew Ali, so I said to Victoria, speak to Ali, see what you think, and we'll go from there. And the more we looked at Keller and Keller Williams and what it was offering, the coaching, just the background support was huge. And we felt we needed that just to keep that structure in place, because we've been so used to that corporate world of having those structures in place that old adage, it's very easy to be your own boss, but very difficult to be your own employee. So as this way, we thought we've got the structure in the background. It gives us that framework to actually keep pushing and being accountable, which I think it's important for us just to make sure we're heading in that right direction. And that's why we chose Keller in the end.
Okay, cool. So you obviously both know what you're doing. You've been, in agency for a long time. What will partnering up with Keller Williams, or again, any of the other models, allow you to do that you wouldn't have been able to do on the high street?
Well, for us, sorry, I'll kick in. For us, it's starting off under the Keller brand. And actually, as the business grows and with the support of Ali and the rest of the market centre, we may get to a point that we actually want to brand ourselves and then continue in that direction. So the pressure was a lot lower to begin with. And that seemed quite appealing to start, because it's quite frightening. It's quite a daunting prospect to leave that comfort blanket of what you've created with 25 years of an agent in London, to sort of say goodbye to all of it, to head off like a lone wolf. But we're together, we're working together, which is great. I'm working a lot longer, but I'm enjoying it. So, I mean, Victoria mentioned yesterday that we had dinner, put the kids to bed, and I was back upstairs and started fiddling away, which to have that autonomy and that freedom to fit work in around life, you actually fit life around work, but it doesn't feel like work. That's just such an invigorating, I feel free, and I haven't felt free for a long, long time. So it's really exciting for both of us.
That's powerful, Justin. Victoria, what's your take?
Well, Keller, I think, allows us to brand ourselves at a later date, still under the Keller, but it also gives us all the huge marketing, the three, platforms to market our properties on. So we have the backing of a global agent, but we have the bespokeness of, keeping our clients and give them a really good quality of service that we're used to doing. We're both very sort of old school agents, and it's quality that's important to us, and clients for life, and building those relationships. And I think under the Keller umbrella, we're able to do that.
Okay, perfect. Last question for me, as we cut off. If you were to give any advice, I always keep this going, don't worry, to someone thinking about doing any of the self-employed models, what would you suggest they do?
They can either give us a call, drop me an email, and they can sort of hear why we decided to do it. But I think explore it. Don't be frightened. Don't be in fear. That there's a whole world out there. Grasp it. That we can cogitate and we can think about these things, and years go by. And then our view was the worst thing that's going to happen, we're going to wake up in 6 months' time and think it wasn't ideal. Or the flip side of that is we should have done it sooner. And that's been our big drive. And the feeling we've got at the moment, we should have done it sooner.
Guys, we look forward to watching your journey. From everyone here at Estate Agent Today, thank you so much and good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Take care.